Good morning. It's early.
Yeah.
It is early. There's frost. I've never been up this early in California. So I think this is the first time I've ever seen frost in my life.
Really?
Well, I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. I mean, in California, it's the first time I've seen frost.
Right.
I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. I mean, they're like shoveling themselves out of, that's like exercise right now. That's what my mom stays in shape. She's in her 70s. She stays in shape by shoveling the driveway.
Really?
Yeah, but this was crazy. I had to like scrape my car this morning. It was nuts.
Oh,
Yeah. It is work, but I mean, I do stand up for a living, so I guess I gotta get a little bit of.
Right. At some point, you have to do some
Did you use a
manual
carpet
labor.
scraper? Do you use like a credit card?
I actually use my fingers.
Fingernails, a real man.
Yeah, when I drove out of here, when I moved to San Diego from Cleveland, I literally knew that I was leaving forever. And about 7 years ago, I moved. 7 years ago, I moved out here. And I literally, when I got to Texas, I was taking the southern route.
Yeah.
I remember, like in Texas, I went, this is for real. Like I'm going to be in California in like a couple days. Yeah. And I went into my trunk and I snapped my ice scraper over my knee and just threw it in the trash.
Really?
Yeah, it was such a
What if it hadn't
breakaway.
Right.
Yeah. Well, it took me a couple.
Yeah.
It hit my knee. I hit my knee again. I did like a Peter Griffin, and then snapped it.
You felt like you needed to make some form of symbolism that I'm moving.
Yes.
I'm moving from
Yes.
Cleveland to San Diego.
Absolutely,
Right.
yeah. It was like it's kind of like busting the champagne over the bow of the sailboat.
Right.
That was kind of like the closest. I can't afford a sailboat or champagne, so I figured I'd snap the ice scraper over my neck.
So let's just start with this. You moved from Cleveland to San Diego and began your comedy career here in San Diego. Is that right?
No, it started in Cleveland, about 3 years. Okay. There's a stages as a comedian. You know, you start off for a couple years, you're an open micer for the first year, you don't know what you're doing. You know, you're just like, am I funny? Do I even know how to tell jokes?
Right.
And then there's a little growth process. So after about 3 years in Cleveland, things were going well. I got submitted to some festivals. I was working, and I met some different guys that said, "Hey, man, San Diego's a great scene." I was ready to move out west, but I knew my skills weren't ready for LA. So I came here, and this is kind of like my second city. So it was kind of a start over in a way.
But San Diego has become now, I think you'll agree, kind of a AAA place for comics to develop before they go to an LA.
Right.
Absolutely, and that was, not knowing really what I was getting myself into in this move was a perfect move for me. I mean, literally, all the things kind of just fell into place because you're exactly right. The training ground, being as close as you are to LA, being that close to the lineage of really great comics that are living in LA, breathing the life of it. But it's a pipeline. Yeah. It really is. It's you're right up the 5. You can do shows up there. They come down here and do shows because this is a great market.